Binance has added 9 digital assets to its monitoring tag list, including ALCX, Cookie, DODO, and others. This move comes as part of the exchange's ongoing risk assessment framework, which flags tokens for heightened volatility or potential delisting. The monitoring tag is a signal that these assets may be subject to stricter trading conditions and increased scrutiny. Traders should be aware that this designation does not guarantee delisting, but it does indicate that the tokens are being closely watched for compliance, development, and market behavior. ALCX, a DeFi protocol, and DODO, a decentralized exchange aggregator, are among the more prominent names now under this tag. The inclusion of lesser-known tokens like EPIC, HEI, and TLM suggests Binance is broadening its risk review process. The monitoring tag typically triggers mandatory risk acknowledgement pop-ups for users attempting to trade these assets, reinforcing the uncertainty surrounding their future on the platform. Binance has previously delisted monitoring tag tokens that failed to meet its listing criteria, such as insufficient project development or regulatory compliance issues. This means that traders holding these tokens may face liquidity risks if the assets are removed from the exchange. The monitoring tag also affects how traders. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. Approach these assets. Some may avoid opening new positions, while others may hedge or reduce exposure in anticipation of potential volatility or delisting. The move reflects Binance's ongoing efforts to manage risk and ensure that only projects meeting its standards remain listed. However, it also raises questions about which tokens might be next and how the market will react to future monitoring tag updates. The exchange's risk assessment framework is not static, and tokens currently under the tag could be reviewed and potentially delisted at any time. The next signal to watch is whether any of these 9 tokens show signs of being removed from the platform or if Binance announces additional monitoring tags in the coming weeks. The monitoring tag is part of Binance's broader strategy to maintain the integrity of its listings. By identifying and flagging assets that exhibit abnormal volatility or fail to meet ongoing listing requirements, the exchange aims to protect users from potential risks. These flagged tokens are subject to more frequent reviews and may be delisted if they do not show sufficient progress or alignment with regulatory expectations. For traders, this means that holding or trading in these assets comes with added uncertainty. The mandatory risk acknowledgement pop-ups serve as a direct warning to users, emphasizing the potential for sudden changes in availability or value. The inclusion of tokens like HFT and Cookie, which have experienced significant price swings recently, suggests that Binance is actively monitoring for signs of instability or speculative behavior. This could be a response to broader market conditions or specific concerns about the projects themselves. The stakes for traders are clear. If a token is delisted, it could lead to a loss of liquidity and potentially significant financial impact for those holding large positions. Additionally, most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. The uncertainty surrounding these assets may lead to reduced trading activity or increased volatility as traders react to the monitoring tag. The broader implication is that Binance is tightening its standards for listed assets, which could lead to a more stable and compliant ecosystem in the long run. However, it also means that traders must be more cautious and informed when dealing with assets under the monitoring tag. The next signal to watch is whether any of these 9 tokens show signs of being removed from the platform, or if Binance announces additional monitoring tags in the coming weeks.